with great prizes just for showing up. Why worry about making a great spread of food for the game at your house when you can enjoy all the great wings and more at Wings and Rings? It's the big game party with 93.7 The Ticket at Wings and Rings this Sunday at 68th and O.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly to mostly cloudy skies expected tonight. We should be able to avoid the fog. We'll see a very mild night, a low down to around 44. A high tomorrow approaching 60, but south winds could gust over 40 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, a low of 47 and a chance of scattered showers. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
'Tis the season to get the gift of Kawasaki Good Times at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln. With up to $3,500 off of select 2023 TRX side-by-sides and $2,000 off a 2024 Mule Pro FXT, there's no shortage of savings and good times to be had by the whole crew. Don't miss the 'Tis the Season sales event at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln. They have you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in. Offer valid through 12/31/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchase of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
When it comes to joining the Nebraska Army National Guard, you've heard it all before. College, healthcare, signing bonus. But joining is so much more than that. It's setting yourself up for a new and better chapter of your life. I'm Staff Sergeant Paul White, and because of the Nebraska Army National Guard, I'm in control of my career. And when the workday ends, I get to come home to my family. Write your next chapter by joining the Nebraska Army National Guard. For more information, schedule a meeting with me, Staff Sergeant Paul White at nationalguard.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
'Tis the season to give the gift of good times. Save up to $3,500 on select models or receive promotional financing discounts on qualified vehicle purchases. With deals on KX Youth motorcycles and KFX Youth ATVs, TRX side-by-sides, and more, there's no shortage of savings and good times to be had by the whole crew. Don't miss the 'Tis the Season sales event. Visit Elway Powersports of Lincoln today. Check them out at elwaypslincoln.com for more detail.
This is a presentation of high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. High school basketball broadcasts are presented by Members Own Credit Union, Elway Powersports of Lincoln, Southeast Community College, Sunbelt Rentals, Doane University, the NDOT Highway Safety Office, Roofing Service Company, Nebraska Army National Guard, Bats to Rats, High Electric, Pizza Ranch, Dana Trucking, and Union Bank. Now, calling all the action, here's Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman.
Welcome into Lincoln North Star High School as we continue the high school hoop season, as we are just about 3.5 weeks away from districts. If you can believe it, the basketball season, the regular season flying by. We have a good one, an evenly matched contest coming your way later this evening in the form of the Lincoln East Spartans, who come in with an 8-9 record, one game below 500, and the Lincoln North Star Gators and their 9-7 mark in the 2023 season. Once again, Nick Sainert joining you from Lincoln North Star High School. No Jay Foreman tonight as he's out in Vegas covering the Super Bowl, the big game, as you heard in the last couple of hours. And so myself is we are parked at Lincoln North Star High School. Let's first talk about the visitors from Lincoln East. They're struggling a little bit more than maybe what we're accustomed to seeing from the Spartans. I'll mention this in just the scope of Lincoln, the city of Lincoln, high school basketball. There's some talented teams. Unfortunately, though, if you look at the wild card standings and the potential districts, if the season were to end today, only one school would be hosting a district, and that school is Lincoln Pius X. Lincoln Southeast is the next closest, where they are just one spot away, listed right behind Creighton Prep, as they would be technically the 9th seed in the district tournament. So there's a lot to unfold, a lot to figure out, a lot to dissect as we finish out the last couple of weeks of the regular season here in the city of Lincoln, the state of Nebraska, before we get rolling with district tournaments, which obviously we'll have coverage of, and then before we figure out a time to sit down at Pinnacle Bank Arena all together for the entire tournament and call some high school basketball, both girls and boys, coming your way in a couple weeks on 93.7 The Ticket. All right, let's talk about this matchup here. Lincoln East Spartans, like I mentioned, led by head coach Jeff Campbell, and their 8-9 record on the season. They're coming in after a disappointing loss, a disappointing 3-point loss to Papillion La Vista South on Saturday. This is going to be an important week for the Spartans, though, as we figure out those district pairings, because not only are you playing a talented Lincoln North Star team tonight, but you're also matching up with Pius X, the 7th best team in the city, or in this I should say the Class A rankings, later this week on Friday. We're actually going to have that one for you guys on 93.7 The Ticket from Lincoln East High School on Friday night. They're going to be led by one main guy, and that is Carter Mick. You've heard his name a plethora of times throughout his 4-year high school varsity career. Carter Mick, a 6'2" senior, averaging 18.8 points per game, shooting 55% from the field, but an uncharacteristic type of season from beyond the perimeter for Carter Mick. Just 23 of 100, good for 23% from beyond the three-point line. He's asked to do a lot for head coach Jeff Campbell. He also hurt his wrist in the game against Lincoln Southwest a couple of weeks ago, and he still has tape on that right wrist / forearm ahead of this one. The Spartans going to be wearing their solid blue uniforms, and we're about ready to get underway with the starting lineups for the Lincoln North Star Gators, led by head coach Lee Steinbrook, coming in with that 9-7 record. They're returning after a dominant victory over Omaha Burke in the last time out for them, 65-42. They were victorious, and then they had a nice win on Saturday as well against Pius X in the form of a 4-point victory, 67-63, right here on this very same floor. For the Gators, they're going to be led on offense by about 3 guys, and those are Lazarick Houston, a 6'1" junior, averaging 15 points per game, KG Gatwich, a 6'5" senior, and then an outstanding freshman in the form of 6-foot freshman Jordan Castor, averaging just over 14 points per game as well. We will get you ready with starting lineups here in just a moment. Let's start first for the Lincoln East Spartans. They're going to be sending these 5 guys out there. Number 4, Quinn Weatherholt, a 6'1" senior. Number 5, a 6'1" senior, averaging 10 points per contest, Connor Johnson. As I mentioned, number 24, a 6'2" senior, Carter Mick. Number 15, a 6'4" senior, Luke Lindquist. And number 13, a 6'4" senior, Jang Dak. For the Gators, they're going to be sending out not KG Gatwich, despite being one of their top scorers. The 5 that they'll start are number 1, Lazarick Houston. Number 12, Will Schaefer, a 6'4" sophomore. Number 4, one of the best shooters in the state, a sniper from 3, Jaquise Fowler, a 6'5" freshman, averaging 10.5 points per game. As I mentioned, Jordan Castor also out there for head coach Lee Steinbrook. And then rounding out the starting 5 is Chewy Thotes, a 6'3" junior for the Gators. The Gators are in their home white uniforms, and they control the tip, going right to left from my vantage point, sitting here on the east side of the gymnasium. So Lazarick Houston with the white uniforms and the bright pink shoes tonight passes it right side to Thote. Now back to Lazarick Houston. Finds a cutting Thote on the block, puts up the layup, and it's good. And the scoring is underway as it's 2-0 Lincoln North Star. So appreciate you guys can hang out with me on your Tuesday evening as we're going to have a steal, or I should say an almost steal by Will Schaefer, but Lincoln East gets it back left side. Here's Carter Mick on the way for 3, and he's able to hit it. Carter Mick, I mentioned it just a moment ago, just 23 made threes on the season, and there he is. He makes his 101st attempt from beyond the arc to put the Spartans up 3-2. Now Jaquise Fowler misses the trifecta badly, and Weatherholt cleans up the miss for Lincoln East. We saw it a couple weeks ago when Jay and I were in Lincoln East High School for the Silverhawks and the Spartans. Lincoln East likes to move fast, and they do it just there on a quick outlet pass and a layup made by Carter Mick. So Jordan Castor will cross the logo, passes it left side. Here's Thote in the corner, back to Castor. Castor at one point this season averaging over 24 per game. That one's calmed down, though, for the 6-foot freshman as we're going to have a stoppage and play kickball violation on Jang Dak of Lincoln East. So sideline inbound here. Lack of energy in the gym tonight as Lincoln East, only 6 students in their student section. Lincoln North Star, it's hula night, as well as a 3-point attempt on the way. Off back iron, too strong. And a nice cleanup on the miss by Luke Lindquist, and Spartans going back the other way. Quick pass up the floor. Dak with nobody around, and he misses the wide open layup. And here come Jordan Castor and the Gators offense. Castor coast to coast, stops, turns, throws it out to Thote. He gets it poked away, and now he'll be fouled by Quinn Weatherholt. So the first personal foul on Weatherholt. First personal foul of the game. Just underway here, Lincoln North Star High School, 6:09 to play first quarter, and it's 5-2 Lincoln East. Here's a 3-pointer on the way. Lazarick Houston ties it up and stares at the Lincoln East bench. On his way back down the floor, Lazarick Houston able to tie things up at 5, and the Spartans are back on offense. Here's Connor Johnson. Quick pass inside, kicked it out. Carter Mick from the left wing, steps back, now dribbles it back out towards the perimeter, and Connor Johnson will reset at the logo. Johnson guarded by Jordan Castor. Now right side, Weatherholt picked up his dribble. Risky pass onto the corner. Now nice ball movement down low. Luke Lindquist off the glass, too strong. And that's the second bunny attempt that Lincoln East has missed at the rim. Lazarick Houston stops at the top. Now Thote back to Houston. Houston just hit a 3 a moment ago down low. Now kicks it out. Far corner 3-ball. Jaquise Fowler as he's able to connect. And it's 8-5. Thanks to back-to-back trifectas from Lincoln North Star, it's 8-5 Gators. Right side, Weatherholt. He'll try to answer with a 3 of his own, and it rattles out. Offensive rebound. But before Dak can put up a shot, we're going to have a foul down low on the Spartans. It's going to go on Luke Lindquist, outstanding wide receiver in football. The 6'4" senior gets whistled for his personal foul, and with 4:59 to play in the first quarter, it's 8-5 Gators with the basketball. Right side, Jaquise Fowler. He's 0 for 2 from the three-point line here in this one as Castor will try a three of his own, and it goes halfway down and out. Offensive board for Will Schaefer, and the 6'4" sophomore is able to put back up the miss, and he connects. And the Gators have doubled up the Spartans here as Johnson throws it down low. Lindquist saves it from going out of bounds. It's blocked from behind by Jordan Castor. Castor coming in at 6 foot even, blocks it out of the hand of the 6'4" senior Jang Dak. And so we have our first substitution prior to the Spartans inbounding it from the baseline. It's KG Gatwich, the senior, coming in for Chewy Thote. They'll inbound it left side, Connor Johnson. He'll dribble top of the key now into the fingernail, and he's fouled as he tried to split the double team of Castor and Gatwich. And with that, it'll be a foul on KG Gatwich. First personal foul for KG. So inbound pass once again from the baseline as Johnson gets it in the far corner, dribbles down to the left wing. Nick with it. He hit a three from the left wing just a moment ago, and he gets his pass deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Gators, so the Spartans retain possession. 27 seconds still on the shot clock, so plenty of time for this fast-moving Lincoln East offense as Weatherholt has the top of the key now. Lindquist off the handoff exchange. Lindquist looking around, hasn't used his dribble. Now he bounces it once and hands it off to Carter Mick. Mick on the right side, guarded airtight by Jordan Castor. Mick in the lane, and he's going to be fouled by Jordan Castor on the way up. Castor unsure about that one as he puts his palms facing the sky, but nonetheless, Carter Mick going to go to the line to shoot 2 shots. That's the first personal foul on Jordan Castor, and so now each side has 2 fouls called on each team. And Mick, the first free throw is no good. Hit back iron, bounced onto the front iron and off. And so Carter Mick misses the first one from the free throw line where he's shooting 68% from this season. Second one on the way for Mick is no good, too short. And so Mick goes 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. Here come Jordan Castor and the Gators. Left side, Lazarick Houston gets nudged, no call. Back out to Castor on the left wing. Back to Lazarick Houston in the near corner, right in front of Jeff Campbell and the Spartans bench. Back to Castor. Castor dribbles, crosses over at the top of the key. Bounce pass left side, Schaefer. Pass fakes left, now kicks it back right. KG Gatwich, shot fake, dribble drive, tries to get a pass inside to Will Schaefer, and it's taken away by the Spartans defense. Connor Johnson across the timeline. Johnson crosses over, beats KG Gatwich off the step, and he's going to be called for a travel as he wasn't able to contain his pivot foot as he stopped on the left side block and tried to skip past it to the right wing. And so he will be called for the traveling violation, turnover for Lincoln East. Into the game for the Spartans, Luke Larson as well as Eli Barton, as Weatherholt and Lindquist take a seat for Jeff Campbell. Right side, here's Castor. Now Jaquise Fowler to Gatwich. Gatwich on the baseline, kicks it left side. Now Castor, free throw line jumper, and it looks perfect as it's now 12-5. Lincoln North Star with 3:06 to go in the first quarter. So Johnson, he'll dribble into the double team of Castor and Schaefer, passes out of it. Now Johnson back with it, 3 ball on the way, just strong, and Jaquise Fowler cleans up the miss for the Gators. The Gators extremely young. You look up and down this roster and just 2 seniors in the form of Evan Behrens and KG Gatwich. A 3-pointer on the way, no good. Long rebound in transition. We go with the Spartans and mixed scores on the left-handed layup. It's 12-7, and we have a Lincoln East timeout with 2:36 to go in the first quarter. It's a 30-second timeout, and so we'll go ahead and keep it right here for the time being. I mentioned this Lincoln North Star team, pretty young. They're going to have a lot of returning talent over the next couple of seasons, as they will only graduate 2 players in the form of KG Gatwich, which certainly is a big loss, with a 6'5" senior averaging just under 13 points per game, and then they'll graduate Evan Behrens, who's been a role player for Lee Steinbrook and the Gators this season. For the Lincoln East Spartans, it's kind of the opposite story there. I mentioned the 3 names, Quinn Weatherholt, Connor Johnson, and Carter Mick, coming into this one, and all 3 of those guys will be departing from the Lincoln East program following this season. So a little bit of a either replenishing or rebuild for Jeff Campbell coming up in the next couple of seasons, as this Spartans team did make it to state recently. So Castor out of the timeout, dumps off, great find by Jordan Castor to Will Schaefer. That puts the Gators up 14-7 as the Spartans have been doubled up here a little over halfway through the first quarter. Right side, Luke Larson with it, coming off the bench. First time he touched the basketball there. Now Dak almost got his pass taken away. Connor Johnson, right wing three, just strong, long rebound right into the hands of Johnson at the top. To the left side, Barton, skip pass. Mick, shot fake, gets KG Gatwich to fly. Now a mid-range jumper, Carter Mick. Nice shot by Carter Mick. As with 1:53 to play in the opening quarter, it's 14-9 Lincoln North Star. Left side, Lazarick Houston. Now into the corner, KG Gatwich. That was a really nice shot fake there by Carter Mick on the other end to get KG Gatwich to fly right by. Now Houston, now right side, Schaefer to Castor at the top of the key near the logo. 12 seconds on the shot clock, 1:31 on the game clock. Lazarick Houston is 1 for 1 from three in this one. He hit that one from the left wing. 4 on the shot clock, skip pass. Jaquise Fowler will try to hit his first one, unable to do so. And the Spartans, after a really solid defensive possession there, clean up the miss. 1:14 to go. Lazy pass taken away from Larson. And Lazarick Houston saves it from going out of bounds. And Castor has nobody in front of him. And the layup is good. Jeff Campbell clapping his hands in frustration as Luke Larson was pretty lazy with that pass to the left side intended for Carter Mick. And the Gators took it away. Larson, and he's going to be whistled for a traveling violation as he tried the dribble drive from the near corner. And with 54 seconds left, the Spartans committed their second turnover today, and Carter Mick will take a seat for the rest of the first quarter. The 5 out there currently for Lee Steinbrook and Lincoln North Star: Jordan Castor, Sam Schaefer for the first time, Lazarick Houston, who has the ball on the right wing, Chewy Thote, and KG Gatwich. Right side, here's Lazarick Houston dribbling in the lane, throws it behind the back. Chewy Thote with a three, able to rattle it home. Chewy is able to connect on the trifecta, and it's a 10-point Lincoln North Star lead. Left side, Quinn Weatherholt, the Lincoln Northeast transfer. Left side now, Jane Dak with it, guarded tightly by Sam Schaefer, and there will be a foul called on Schaefer as he hit the arm of Dak. And it'll be a sideline inbound from the far sideline for the Spartans. First one on Schaefer today, the 6'5" junior. The shot clock is currently turned off for this Spartans possession. 19 and counting remaining in the first quarter. Connor Johnson stops at the elbow, takes one power dribble, floater unable to connect, and the Gators will get the last shot here in the first quarter. Lazarick Houston, coast to coast, absorbing contact, tough layup, no good. The Spartans going back the other way. 3, 2, 1, and Johnson gets his pocket picked, and we will have the end of the first quarter. There was a double dribble whistled prior to the end of the first quarter, but they're just going to say continuation there and end the opening period with the score: Lincoln North Star 19 and Lincoln East 9. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the start of the second quarter coming up right after this on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
This is a presentation of high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. High school basketball broadcasts are presented by Members Own Credit Union, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Southeast Community College, Sunbelt Rentals, Doane University, the NDOT Highway Safety Office, Roofing Service Company, Nebraska Army National Guard, Bats to Rats, High Electric, Pizza Ranch, Dana Trucking, and Union Bank. Now, calling all the action, here's Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman.
Number 2, Spartans looking for answers here in quarter number 2, down by 10, 19-9. Huge thanks to all the Spartan sponsors that you heard there. especially Union Bank, for their support of high school sports all season long. The Spartans have the basketball, 8 on the shot clock, and Quinn Weatherholt gets it taken away by KG Gatwich. Gatwich running the length of the floor, stops, layup good for Lincoln North Star. As they are playing the Gators game here, the Spartans are being slowed down as Mick tries to answer with a 3, unable to do so. Offensive rebound, Weatherholt to Barton. Barton gets the layup to fall, and a much-needed bucket makes the Gator lead back to 10 as it's 21-11. Lincoln East trails by 10 over Lincoln North Star. Left side, Castor, top of the key. KG Gatwich with it. Pass fake right. Dribbles in the lane. Floater, nothing but net for KG Gatwich. And it's 23-11, back to a 12-point lead for Lincoln North Star. At home, the first of 2 games this week on the ticket. On Friday night, we'll have the same very Lincoln East team against Pius X from Lincoln East High School. Left side, here's Weatherholt with it for the Spartans. Cross-court pass, Luke Larson. Right side, Carter Mick now standing 35 feet away from the basket. To the left side, Weatherholt tries a 3 off to the right, and Gatwich skies high for the rebound. And back the other way we go. Outlet pass up the floor. Lazarick Houston, spin move on the baseline, layup contested, and we'll have a whistle and a foul called on the Spartans as Lazarick Houston on the take gets fouled by number 32, Nolan O'Neill, the 6'3" sophomore. His first personal foul, first team foul of the second quarter on either side. So Lazarick Houston goes to the line where he is shooting 81% from this season, and he's able to connect on the first. Houston, second one on the way, also money, 25-11. Lincoln East searching for answers here, especially defensively. They've allowed Lincoln North Star to do whatever they want as Mick splits the double team. Mick now gets it taken away from him, being fought for on the floor, and Jordan Castor comes away with it as he crosses the timeline. Left side, Lazarick Houston guarded closely by Quinn Weatherholt. Cross-court pass, Chewy. Top of the key, Castor. Good ball movement as Houston will shoot a 3, and it rattles in and out. Offensive rebound, Sam Schaefer, and his shot is blocked by Nolan O'Neill, but the Gators will retain possession. So the Gators will inbound it from underneath their own bucket on the baseline. Castor inbounds it to Will Schaefer. Now top of the key, Houston to Chewy. Chewy trying for his second 3, well off, and Nolan O'Neill cleans up the miss. Carter Mick crossing the timeline for Lincoln East. Mick, an outstanding player for these 4 years for Lincoln East. And head coach Jeff Campbell. O'Neill with it, right side. Top of the key, Connor Johnson. Now left side, Mick. He hit a 3 from there earlier, but after that and a layup, he's been quiet so far in this one. Has 5 of the Spartans' 11 points. Almost a lost ball and a turnover once again, but Mick gets it back. 5 on the shot clock. Carter Mick looking for help, finds Connor Johnson, and it's going to be a jump ball as Connor Johnson looked to pass, and the active hands defensively by Lazarick Houston was able to force a jump ball, and it will go the direction of Lincoln North Star. We have a quick timeout on the floor. Lincoln East is going to take one as we'll step aside for 30 seconds. It's 25-11 Gators with 5:08 to play until half right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
'Tis the season to give the gift of Kawasaki Good Times at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln. With up to $3,500 off of select 2023 TRX side-by-sides and $2,000 off a 2024 Mule Pro FXT, there's no shortage of savings and good times to be had by the whole crew. Don't miss the 'Tis the Season sales event at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln. They have you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in. Offer valid through 12/31/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchase of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Nick Sander back with you. Lincoln North Star High School with the Gators up by 14. It's been all Lincoln North Star here in this one. 5:02 to play until halftime. Houston to Castor in. Pass inside to Schaefer. Great backdoor cut. KG Gatwich finishes with 2 hands over the top of the taller Eli Barton, able to flush it home from the left side of the rim, and it's 27-11. Not the start that the Spartans were wanting or expecting.
So now Mick, left side O'Neal, 3-ball, rims out. Rebound tipped around a couple of times, but corralled by Lincoln North Star. Right side, Jaquise Fowler, and they're going to say he stepped on the sideline, so a little bit of a break defensively there for Lincoln East as they force a turnover, and they'll get the basketball back down by 16 points here halfway through the second quarter. So right side, Connor Johnson, as he immediately gets doubled after he crosses the timeline. Now Johnson jumps, gets KG Gatwich in the air, does Weatherholt, and we have a foul called on KG Gatwich as Weatherholt will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. That's the second on Gatwich, the first team foul of the second quarter for Lincoln North Star. Been a relatively clean game played as Weatherholt misses the first free throw. Just a total of 7 fouls called in this one through about a quarter and a half of play. 3 for Lincoln East and 4 for Lincoln North Stars. Second one on the way. And how about this? The Spartans 0 for 4 from the free throw line. 27-11 is where we stand. Castor with it on the logo. Right side Fowler. Back to Castor. Pass inside at the elbow to Schaefer. Back out Castor. Throws it right side. Good close out there by Dak. Back to Schaefer. Another backdoor cut. Gatwich gets fouled with the bucket. And Gatwich will go to the line to shoot one more shot. There's a little bit of tension, I think, brewing on the floor because the last time KG Gatwich, when he dunked it, that foul, by the way, was on Connor Johnson. Gatwich stared at Barton in the face and pointed basically to his head and said, I heard him say, on your head. And so, unfortunately, there's a little bit of emotion brewing here, frustration if you're the Spartans, down 30-11 over halfway through the second quarter. Right side, Connor Johnson, top of the key, Weatherholt. Left side, Mick. Mick driving in the lane, tries to split the double team, fights through contact, and the layup is no good, but Mick will go to the line to shoot 2. Mick 0 for 2 from the charity stripe tonight. He missed a pair of free ones back in the first quarter. Well, Weatherholt just missed 2 a moment ago. So Mick, where he's 67% from the season, misses the free throw. An 0 for 5 start for Lincoln East. Good news for Husker women's basketball fans as we have some exciting score updates. Nebraska women's basketball bounces back after losing to Rutgers at home over the weekend, and they beat Michigan on the road in the Chrysler Center 65-59. That's a big victory for Amy Williams' squad. Mick was able to hit the first free throw of the day as Castor on the take, no good on the layup, and the rebound corralled by Luke Lindquist. Back the other way we go. Lincoln East and Mick, left side, now top of the key, back to Mick. Dribbles to the top, guarded closely by Lazarick Houston, crosses over in the lane. They're going to say no shot, foul on the floor as this one goes on Lazarick. His third team foul for Lincoln North Star this quarter. And with 3:11 to go in the second quarter, Lincoln East will inbound from underneath their own bucket. Mick's the inbounder, looking around, throws it out top to a safety net. Connor Johnson, left side, Weatherholt to Mick, now in the far corner. Dribbles into the double team, picks up his dribble, finds Johnson with the overhead pass. Right side, Dak, bounce passes it into the near quarter. Luke Lindquist missed a wide open Carter Mick underneath the bucket, but here's Weatherholt taking it, spin move in the lane, dumps it down low. Lindquist layup good. And Luke Lindquist draws the Spartans within 16, 30-14 with 2:47 to play in the second quarter. Lazarick Houston, right side now Fowler, back to Houston. Houston crosses over, drives baseline floater. He is fouled on the way up by Carter Mick as Mick caught him with the body. And with 2:35 to play in the second, Lazarick Houston will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. Foul goes on, as I mentioned, Carter Mick, his first. The third team foul of the quarter as well for Lincoln East. 2:35 to go. We'll have this one on the ticket between the Spartans and the Gators, and we'll actually see this very same Lincoln East team on Friday night as it's a 7:30 tip-off between the Thunderbolts of Pius X at the Spartans. So
I will be out at Lincoln East High School for that one. A lot of good weeknight programming as Johnson has the basketball slip out of his hands, and Schaefer corrals it for Lincoln North Star. Jaquise Fowler with it right side. I'll finish my point in a moment. Lazarick Houston cross-court pass Castor. Castor in the far corner. Took a jab step. Now a three for Jordan Castor. And we have a technical foul called on Jordan Castor as he pointed right at Lincoln East. It's going to be a technical foul. It was somewhat of it was a very inappropriate gesture as he pointed his hands with the fingers right at the defender. And so a technical foul is called on Jordan Castor. That's his second, and Mick down there is able to hit the first technical free throw. He'll have one more here as well. Castor tapping his chest in the direction of Lee Steinbrook, saying, my bad. And Mick's able to connect on both free throws. 34-16. The score, Lincoln North Star out in front by a wide margin. Lincoln East will get the basketball, though, after the Castor technical foul. So Johnson with it across the timeline. Connor Johnson, the 6'1" senior, just averaging over double figures this season. Weatherholt has it inside the fingernail, kicks it out. Jang Dak, and he walked with it. Jang Dak turns it over again, and it looks like Luke Larson's going to go into the game for the Spartans. As I was mentioning, a lot of weeknight programming, not more so than even in general, just some unique stuff going on over the next couple of days. Tomorrow night, the Supernovas on the Supernovas radio network here, obviously 93.7 The Ticket, flagship station for that, as the Vegas Thrill come to Omaha and face off against the Omaha Supernovas. And then Friday night is some more high school hoops on the Ticket. Left side, here's KG Gatwich. He'll try the three-pointer, bounces around and out, and Mick able to collect the miss for Lincoln East. Back the other way, Mick crosses the timeline, gets picked up by Gatwich. Now Mick looking for help, bounces out of it to Weatherholt. He drives baseline. Weatherholt too strong on the layup, and Castor, the 6' freshman, able to collect the miss. Up the floor, outlet pass Gatwich. On the right side, Gatwich crosses over. He's a quick one. Now top of the key, Will Schaefer to Castor. Castor just hit a three a moment ago and received a technical foul. Now Fowler misses the trifecta on the far corner, and the Spartans clean it up. 1:02 to play in the second quarter, 34-16. Lincoln North Star out in front by 18 points. Connor Johnson with it on the near side. Hands it off to Luke Larson, who's been playing some big minutes after some disappointing plays made by Jang Dak. Weatherholt on the right side. Carter Mick now crosses over. Fakes right, goes left. Floater in the lane. Carter Mick makes it look too easy, as it's now 34-18, 16-point advantage for Lincoln North Star. Left side, Schaefer will try a three, and he's able to answer every single time Lincoln East throws a punch. Lincoln North Star says, I can do better, and they answer with a three-pointer, and they're back up by 19, their largest lead in this one. 37-18. 18 seconds to play in the second quarter. Spartans looking to be holding for the last shot of the first half as Luke Larson has it left side. Weatherholt gets a flying Lazarick Houston to go on by. Now Mick with it. 5 seconds on the clock, and it's going to be a kicked ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Gators. And with exactly 5.0 on the ticker, it'll be Lincoln East basketball from the sideline. Weatherholt to inbound, looking for Carter Mick. They get it in near the logo. Now Mick hesitates, dribble in the lane, 2 on the clock, layup at the last second, no good. Full court heave for Schaefer, not even close. And at the end of the second quarter, your score, Lincoln North Star up in front by a large margin, 37-18. Do not go anywhere. We'll have the halftime show and thoughts from the first half coming up after this on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it comes to joining the Nebraska Army National Guard, you've heard it all before. College, healthcare, signing bonus. But joining is so much more than that. It's setting yourself up for a new and better chapter of your life. I'm Staff Sergeant Paul White, and because of the Nebraska Army National Guard, I'm in control of my career. And when the workday ends, I get to come home to my family. Write your next chapter by joining the Nebraska Army National Guard. For more information, schedule a meeting with me, Staff Sergeant Paul White at nationalguard.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Owned Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon-wrapped dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon-wrapped dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between. Capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Owned Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownedheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
As the chief buffet officer here at Pizza Ranch, I get all kinds of buffet questions. Here's one from Cole.
Is there a real cactus in your cactus bread?
Great question, Cole. No, there is no cactus in our cactus bread, just sweet cinnamony streusel. It's on our buffet every day, along with pizza, chicken, ice cream, and all your other favorites. Even better, at least for your parents, kids eat free on Tuesday nights. And don't worry, Cole, there's no coal in our coleslaw either.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
'Tis the season to give the gift of good times. Save up to $3,500 on select models or receive promotional financing discounts on qualified vehicle purchases. With deals on KX Youth motorcycles and KFX Youth ATVs, TRX side-by-sides, and more, there's no shortage of savings and good times to be had by the whole crew. Don't miss the 'Tis the Season sales event. Visit Elway Power Sports of Lincoln today. Check them out at elwaypslincoln.com for more detail.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
In a world where quality tools make the dream work, let Sunbelt Rentals be your unseen team member. Shine bright with our top-notch equipment dependable for any project size. Witness the difference with tool rental in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's more than just a tool, it's your companion for the perfect job. With Sunbelt Rentals, you're never alone in your project journey. Brighter tasks, better results. Sunbelt Rentals, tools that empower you.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Southeast Community College invites you to check out our spaces ahead of your official campus visit. Our virtual campus tours let you see our campuses and learn more about our programs of study. Then you can schedule your individual visit in person or virtually. Virtual tours of our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, or Milford, and our learning centers are online at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Own Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon wrap dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon wrap dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between, capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Own Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
We're about ready to wrap up halftime here as the score going into the third quarter, Lincoln North Star 37, Lincoln East 18. It's been all Gators through 2 quarters of play, and if you're Jeff Campbell on that sideline for Lincoln East, trying to get back to 500 and 9-9 with a win today, they could drop to 8-10 overall if they fall to the Gators today. But if you're Lincoln East, you're sitting there saying, just chip away. As I can hear Jay Foreman saying it now, there's no 19-point basket out there. So you're down by 19 and just got to chip away at some point. And you got to imagine that Carter Mick's going to be a big part of it. He was a big part of the very limited scoring in that first half for Lincoln East. And you'd expect him to be heavily involved, even more so in quarters 3 and 4. 37-18 the score. Put 8 minutes on the game clock, and we are underway here in quarter number 3. Nick Sander joining you from Lincoln North Star High School. First of 2 games this week on the ticket. Connor Johnson with it right side to Carter Mick. Now top of the key, Lindquist. Left side, Dak with it. Dak's been quiet offensively today. Has had a couple traveling violations whistled against him as Mick has the top of the key. Left side, Weatherholt. Weatherholt finds a cutting Johnson. He fakes right, goes left over the left shoulder, and a nice move there by Connor Johnson
as he's able to get the floater to fall. So 37-20 and the first offensive possession here for Lincoln North Stars. Will Schaefer in the lane, driving on Lindquist, and he gets the layup to fall. A nice job there by Will Schaefer, to avoid the contact and finish on the layup. Weatherholt on the left side. Now Mick tries a three. Too strong, but an offensive rebound collected. Pass is going to be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan Castor and the Lincoln North Star Gators. Lindquist has been doing work down low. That's one part I will say on the misses for Lincoln East. He's been down there. One of the taller guys on the floor as Mick will try a three, and he's able to hit it. Carter Mick gets a trifecta to fall. 39-23 is where we're at. 6:48 to play in the third quarter. Gators up by 16. They've led as many as 19 as Will Schaefer tries to put him up by 19, unable to hit the three from the top of the key. And Connor Johnson tracks down the loose ball. Up the floor, Weatherholt on the left wing. Weatherholt push it inside the lane, turns around, misses everything. Offensive rebound. Johnson puts it back. And a quick little 5-0 spurt for the Spartans pulls them within 14. The Spartans team, if there's one thing we know about them, they play fast and they are okay with playing quick, as the Spartans can move fast with guys like Johnson, Weatherholt, and Mick running the show at the guard position. Nice move. Lazarick Houston spins at the elbow and finishes with the right hand. And it's back to a 16-point lead, 41-25. Johnson with it, 40 feet away from the basket. Now to Mick, back to Johnson on the right side. He splits the double team, bounce passes inside. Weatherholt absorbs the contact to Lazarick Houston, and it will be a foul on Lazarick Houston, his second. No real foul trouble for either side. Lazarick Houston, KG Gatwich, and Jordan Castor all have 2 personal fouls. Other than that, 5 players for the Spartans have just 1 personal foul. So no real concern in terms of the foul trouble column for either side. Weatherholt connects on the first one. The second one on the way is also through the nylon for Quinn Weatherholt. And it's back to a 14-point Gator lead. So Lincoln North Star crosses the timeline with Lazarick Houston. He dribbles top of the key. Houston in the lane. Use the elbow. Gets it blocked from behind by Weatherholt. Nice play defensively by Quinn Weatherholt. And Mick going the other way now for Lincoln East. Hands it off. Johnson driving in the lane. Stops at the elbow. Mick with a 3 ball off to the right. And we have a foul down low on Connor Johnson as he was fighting for the rebound. And that'll be Johnson's second. Rather, they're going to call that on Quinn Weatherholt. So, excuse me, Connor Johnson looked to be the one to provide the most contact, but instead they're going to tag Quinn Weatherholt with the personal, his second as well. So, Johnson just has 1. Weatherholt now has 2 for Lincoln East. Jaquise Fowler, been quiet so far in this one, usually can stroke it from deep as he pulls up the step-back jumper. No good. Rebound goes to Carter Mick of Lincoln East. 3-on-3. Mick hesitates, now goes. Floater in the lane. Carter Mick is able to draw the Spartans within 12. And Lee Steinbrook wants to talk things over. A nice start to the second half for the Spartans as they trail by just 12. They've made up about 7 points in this third quarter already. Still 5 minutes to play in quarter number 3. And we'll be right back in 30 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Nick Sander back with you, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Here from Lincoln North Star High School. It's been a little bit more of a competitive one in the early stages of the third quarter as Castor has it right side out of the North Star timeout. Castor in the lane, layup too strong, missed everything. Rebound tipped around, Lazarick Houston gets it, and he puts the shot back up for 2, and the Gators back up by 16, 43-29. Mick across the half-court line, dribbles into the double team, absorbs that zone now into Weatherholt, who's trapped in the corners. Cross-court pass, right side Johnson, takes the contact off the glass and in from about 12 feet away. Connor Johnson threw it up there with one hand after he got hit on the left arm, and he gets it to go off the glass on an acrobatic shot. Back to a 43-31 contest with Johnson at the line to shoot one. Johnson able to get that one to bounce around and fall. And now Luke Lindquist will take a seat as Eli Barton subs in for Lincoln East. 43-32. Lincoln North Star with an 11-point advantage. Lincoln North Star on the year 9-7 overall. Pass deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Spartans, so it'll stay with the Gators. Fowler will be the inbounder right in front of the assistant coaches for Lincoln North Star and their bench. Gets it into the logo to Schaefer, who passes it to Castor. Luke Larson set to check in at the next dead ball for Lincoln East. Castor surveying to Fowler. 3-ball on the way. Jaquise Fowler just off. And another miss for the Gators. Another rebound for the Spartans defensively. Right side Johnson dribbling in the lane. Johnson pulls it back out to the far corner, looking for help, exhausted his dribble, and now throws it to Mick on the far side. Mick drives in the lane. Carter Mick, layup, it falls. Carter Mick makes it a single-digit game. 43-34. The Spartans are not dead yet as Castor has it at the top of the key, kicks it out in Houston. Houston will have a stoppage in play as Lee Steinbrook wants to talk things over. The second timeout in the matter of a minute and a half for Lee Steinbrook and North Stars. It's now just a 9-point Gator lead. They were up by 19 at the break. And the Spartans have made up 10 points, made up some ground here in this one. And we'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to High School Hoops on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Nick Sander back with you, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. 43-34. The Gators, who are up by 19 at the break, now just lead by 9 over the Spartans. Nice play from Connor Johnson and Carter Mick for the Spartans here in the second half. Quinn Weatherholt's been big on the glass from the guard position. Gators, after their second time out of the third quarter, will inbound it from the sideline, and Castor has it on the logo. Castor right side to Houston. Houston holding the ball above his head. Top of the key, Schaefer. Left side, Jaquise Fowler, who's scoreless. Top of the key, Castor. Good defense. Great close out there by Eli Barton. Miscommunication as soon as I say that. And guess what? Castor misses the wide open three. Weatherholt with another defensive rebound. He'll push the pace a tad. Now slow things down and give it to Carter Mick. Mick bounce passes it to Luke Larson, who's freshly checked into the ball game. Larson looking for help. Finds Weatherholt. Pass almost goes out of bounds. Weatherholt's able to corral it. Back to Larson. Cross-court Mick. Mick in front of the scores table. Crosses over into the lane. Weatherholt kicks it back out. Long three. Larson able to hit. Luke Larson. It's a 43-37 ball game. Lazarick Houston. Left side. Houston working on Barton to Castor. Castor in the lane. Nudges, kicks it out. Schaefer, Houston driving baseline, and we have a foul on the floor. Charge to Eli Barton. What a shot from the 6-foot junior, Luke Larson. About 3 feet behind the three-point line, able to hit it nothing but net to make it a 6-point ball game. That foul went on Eli Barton, his first on the 6'5" senior. And so with 2:33 to play in the third quarter, it's 43-37. Far side inbound, KG Gatwich with it. In the corner now, Castor. He'll dribble to the left wing as the Gators rotate accordingly. Now kicks it out, Schaefer. 3-ball, a big shot from a player off the bench, and Sam Schaefer, as he puts the Gators up by 8, and they're going to call it a 2. Weatherholt misses everything, and we have a foul down low on Chewy Thote as Barton was being held by Chewy, and it'll be Lincoln East basketball. So it looked like Schaefer was behind the three-point line. Instead, they call it a 2-point basket. So it's 45-37, just an 8-point ball game for the Gators. Mick looking to inbound. He gets it into Connor Johnson near the logo. 2:06 to play. Johnson, left side, Luke Larson. Fakes right, goes left, stops underneath the basket. He's lost, and it's going to go over and back as Carter Mick unable to hold on to it. And it'll be a turnover charge to the Spartans. So 1:57 to play in the third quarter, 45-37 the score between Lincoln East and Lincoln North Star. The Gators up by 8. Lazarick Houston in the lane, spin move off the glass, misses the layup. Quinn Weatherholt, the defender, fell down for a moment or stumbled, and Houston was unable to make him pay. So now right side, here's Connor Johnson with it. Far corner, Luke Larson. Spartans down by 8 with 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Elbow jumper, Quinn Weatherholt able to get it to rattle home. And it's back to a 6-point deficit for the Spartans. 45-39, the Gators with the basketball out in front. Left side, Castor gives it to Houston. Right side, Gatwich for 3. Well short. Rebound, Karams out to the free throw line where it's corralled by the Spartans. Mick pushing the pace on the left side. Mick, and it's going to be a goaltend as it was blocked off the glass. So it touched the backboard first. Castor's got to be careful because he was distraught. He was shocked by that goaltending call. He's already been whistled for a technical foul. And so the referee stared him down for a moment and then walked away. It's now just a 4-point ball game as the Spartans have made up some serious ground in the third quarter. 45-41. Top of the key, Lazarick Houston to Chewy Thote. Crosses behind the back. Layup off the glass, too strong, but there's a whistle and a foul called down low on the shot as Chewy will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul goes on Eli Barton, his second in the last couple of minutes for number 11 in blue. So Chewy will now go to the line to shoot 2 shots. 45-41 Gators. First one on the way for Chewy Thote is good. Hit every part of the rim and then drop down. 56.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jong Dak checks back in for Lincoln East. The 5 out there currently for Lee Steinbrook and the Gators. Jordan Castor, Sam Schaefer, KG Gatwich, Lazarick Houston, and Chewy Thote, who just made those 2 free throws. For Jeff Campbell and the Spartans, Connor Johnson, Jong Dak, Carter Mick, Luke Larson, and it looks like also into the game, number 20, Hudson Grau. 3-pointer attempt, no good on the Spartans' end. KG Gatwich running the floor as he's fouled on the floor near the half-court line as Connor Johnson just wanted to stop the ball. That's going to be number 2 on Connor Johnson. Into the game for Carter Mick is Tyler Mick, the 6-foot sophomore. Quinn Weatherholt subs back in for Luke Larson. So you see Jeff Campbell put in a couple of his key guys who played some big minutes in that third quarter on the bench just to end quarter number 3 with 38 seconds to play in the period. Castor at the half-court line. Jordan Castor with it near the logo, guarded by Tyler Mick, the 6-foot sophomore. 25 on the game clock, 21 on the shot clock, so about a 4-second differential, give or take. A few tenths of a second. 47-41 Gators. Castor goes to work with 10 on the shot clock. Castor in the lane, kicks it out. Gatwich, 3 ball from the corner, misses badly. Houston flies in, and he puts it back in for the layup as the pass will be deflected by Castor out of bounds. It stays with the Spartans with 5 seconds on the clock. 49-41, they inbound it to Tyler Mick. Tyler Mick, cross-court pass, Connor Johnson, 3-quarter court heave, and it misses everything. And so at the horn, Lincoln North Star will lead going into the final quarter of play by 8. And considering what it was at the half, a 19-point differential, if you're head coach Jeff Campbell or a member of Lincoln East and the Spartans, man, you're feeling pretty good about what you were able to accomplish in quarter number 3. We'll see if they can continue the comeback in the final period. 49-41 from Lincoln North Star High School, and we'll be back in 60 seconds right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
'Tis the season to give the gift of Kawasaki good times at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln. With up to $3,500 off of select 2023 TRX side-by-sides and $2,000 off a 2024 Mule Pro FXT, there's no shortage of savings and good times to be had by the whole crew. Don't miss the 'Tis the Season sales event at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln. They have you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in. Offer valid through 12/31/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchase of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
It's the Gators with the basketball to start the fourth quarter as Gatwich has it on the top of the key, guarded closely by Hudson Groud. And a great defensive play. And they're going to call Hudson Groud with the foul. Groud looked to be forcing a jump ball there, but unfortunately for the Spartans, a whistle and a foul called on Grau. So the 6-foot junior is whistled for his first with 7:37 to play in the fourth quarter. 3 ball on the way. It's good for Jordan Castor, the freshman, able to hit one as he was pretty quiet in that third quarter, but he makes his mark early on in the fourth. Pass taken away. Lazarick Houston with nobody in front of him, and he misses the dunk. But he saves it from going out of bounds. Castor with it for the Gators in the lane. Castor, and he's going to be fouled by Carter Mick. And so Carter Mick is whistled for the foul, his second. Going to the line to shoot 2 is Jordan Castor. First one on the way for Castor, who's 82% from the free throw line this season, is perfect. Second one on the way, Castor rattles out. Defensive rebound collected by Carter Mick, and Johnson has it on the right side now. Bounce pass up the floor, Quinn Weatherholt. Weatherholt gets trapped. Now back to Johnson, who immediately gets doubled. He tries to split it, and we have a timeout called by Jeff Campbell and the Lincoln East Spartans. It is a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well and be right back in 30 seconds right after this on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
As the chief buffet officer here at Pizza Ranch, I get all kinds of buffet questions. Here's one from Cole.
Is there a real cactus in your cactus bread?
Great question, Cole. No, there is no cactus in our cactus bread, just sweet cinnamony streusel. It's on our buffet every day, along with pizza, chicken, ice cream, and all your other favorites. Even better, at least for your parents, kids eat free on Tuesday nights. And don't worry, Cole, there's no coal in our coleslaw either.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't, win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
(53-41), Lincoln North Star with a 12-point lead after the Spartans timeout. 7:01 to play in the ball game. Spartans inbound it in the backcourt to Carter Mick.
who gets picked up by Jaquise Fowler defensively. Now right side, Connor Johnson will try the three. Too strong. Nice rebound by Lazarick Houston, and he's pushing the pace. It's a 2-on-3 break, so he'll slow things down. Lazarick Houston with it on the right side, guarded by Carter Mick. Lazarick Houston blows by Mick, and now we'll have a foul down low on Jong Dak, as that'll be Dak's first personal foul. So 6:42 to play, and Lazarick Houston goes to the line to shoot 2 shots. 53-41. Houston, free throw on the way, no dice. And so he'll try to get one at the line with this next free throw. Houston on the year, 80% from the free throw line, doesn't miss very many. And now he's missed 2. So Quinn Weatherholt collects the miss, up the floor, Mick, cross court, then back to Weatherholt, who will cross the timeline at half court. He gets his pass deflected for a moment, now finds Carter Mick on the logo. Mick gets doubled by Fowler and Houston, bounces out of it. Right side, Weatherholt from the right wing. Weatherholt in the lane, absorbs contact. It's blocked by Gatwich. Nice defensive play and a great job staying vertical by KG Gatwich. And here comes Castor. Castor in the lane, up and under. Puts a little English on it, and he gets the layup to fall from the right side. And it's a 14-point lead. Pull-up 3, no good by Carter Mick, and Lazarick Houston is able to grab the basketball. Crossing the timeline, Houston, the Gators have numbers in the lane, and Houston's going to be fouled by Connor Johnson, his third. So the Gators to inbound underneath their own bucket as they'll throw it up top near the logo to Gatwich. Right side, Jaquise Fowler with it. Left side now on the far sideline, Lazarick Houston. He'll wait for his teammates to motion around. Now to Castor, hands it off. Fowler, step back, mid-range jumper off to the left, and Mick collects the miss. So 5.5 to play in the fourth quarter, 55-41. The Spartans were down by 19 at the break, down by 14 here. They were down by as few as 8, I should say. Mick with it, top of the key, floater off the glass, too strong. It's tipped around a couple of times, and last touch by the Gators. It'll stay with the Spartans. So Mick will be the inbounder on the baseline. Spartans going from right to left from my vantage point here on the east side of the gym. Finds Weatherholt inside, fakes right, goes left, off back iron, just off to the left. And Lazarick Houston gets the miss for Lincoln North Star. 5:08 remaining. Fourth quarter, Houston with it. Right side, guarded by Connor Johnson with those 3 fouls. Houston crosses over. Quick move, passes out. 3 ball on the way. Good for Will Schaefer, the 6'4" sophomore. Able to hit a clutch 3-pointer from the near corner right in front of the Gators bench, and it's back to a 17-point lead. Pass down low, Lindquist gets his shot blocked, and back the other way we go. Outlet pass up the floor, Castor in the lane, Castor off the glass, and he gets it to fall. And quickly it's back to a 19-point advantage as the Gators will try to double Mick. They poke it away and take it away. Castor in the other way. Layup falls. And it's the largest lead in this one as Jeff Campbell wants to call a timeout. And the Lincoln East Spartans want to discuss some things with 4:21 to play in the fourth quarter, and the Gators running away with it. We'll be back in 30 seconds right after this on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Nick Sainer back with you. Lincoln North Star High School, 62-41 the score, 4:21 to play in the fourth quarter. Really promising sight for Lincoln North Star if you're a fan or affiliated with the team, because as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, a lot of guys returning next season. You have obviously, a couple of the ones we mentioned, Lazarick Houston, Jaquise Fowler's just a freshman. Will Schaefer, who just hit that three a moment ago, is a sophomore. Jordan Castor's a freshman. Chewy Thote is a junior. Your entire starting lineup consisted of a junior, a freshman, a sophomore, another freshman, and another junior. So you're going to return all 5 starters. You're only graduating 2 guys. There's a lot of promise for Lee Steinbrook's squad as we have another pass taken away. Lazarick Houston misses it. Rebound being fought for. Castor puts it up, and he gets it to fall. It's a 64-41 game with 3:58 to play in the fourth quarter. Left side, Carter Mick with it. Nice shot fake floater from the left side. Rattles out. Put back no good. Fought for a couple of times up in the air, and it's taken away by the Gators. Up the floor we go. Lazarick Houston, spin move. Left side, Gatwich tries the two-handed dunk, unable to get it. Houston collects the miss, and the Gators will slow things down. 3:36 to play in the fourth quarter, 64-41. Left side, Lazarick Houston, the 5 out there currently for Lee Steinbrook is Lazarick Houston, Jordan Castor, Jaquise Fowler, Will Schaefer, and KG Gatwich, while for the Spartans, Eli Barton, Carter Mick, Luke Larson, Tyler Mick, and Connor Johnson. As this pass going to be thrown away, and a turnover charged to the Gators. 3:10 to play, fourth quarter, and it looks like reserves are coming in for the Lincoln East Spartans as Johnson, Barton, and Mick will all take a seat. And how about this? It is senior day. I believe they were mentioning seniors prior to this game, that you're going to get KG Gatwich subbed out, but coming into the game, the other senior on this roster, Evan Behrens, number 21. So Luke Larson, top of the key, left side, Nolan O'Neill with it for the Spartans. Down by 23 is Lincoln East as Jack Lowell gives it to Larson. Larson in the lane, and we have a foul down low on the dribble drive from Luke Larson. That foul goes on number 10, Jashawn Afu. And so with 2:57 to play in the fourth quarter, Spartans will inbound underneath their own bucket. Lowell throws it up top to Tyler Mick. Mick with it, crosses over. Tyler Mick working on Behrens, takes it in the lane. Mick off the glass. Nice job by Tyler Mick. And so as Afu brings it across the timeline, passes right side Behrens. Also out there, Goey Gatwich. Left side as well as Kobe Kerr. So Afu, right side Schaefer, 2:26 to play, fourth quarter. Behrens gets a screen left from Kobe Kerr. Picks up his dribble, finds Kerr in the lane. Kerr puts up the layup. It's good for Kobe Kerr. And a nice play there offensively for the Gators as they now lead 66-43. The Spartans came into this one averaging 57 per game, 57 points per game on offense. And they are well under that mark at 43 with just 2 minutes of game time left, while the Gators right on pace for their average. They came in averaging 67 per contest, and here they are at 66 points with 2:05 left. Tyler Mick at the line. First free throw, too strong. Checking in, Hudson Grau for Lincoln East as Luke Larson will take a seat. So the 5 out there for Lincoln East and Jeff Campbell. Number 32, Nolan O'Neill. Number 22, Jack Lowell. Tyler Mick is out there. Hudson Grau is out there, as well as the 6'2" sophomore Reed Voog. Behrens, top of the key, left side of Fu. Mid-range jumper connects. So 1:47 to play, 68-44. Gators ahead in this one. Left side, now Grau gets a shot fake in the lane. Hudson Grau gets his shot blocked by Schaefer. Here comes Kobe Kerr across the timeline, left side pass deflected, and it's taken away from by the Spartans. Full half-court pass up the floor. O'Neal cross-court, and the layup in the lane is no good. Tipped around a couple of times as Reed Voog was not able to get that that layup to go, and the Gators have it. Barron's three ball on the way off to the right. Kobe Kerr with the offensive rebound. Kicks it out Barron's. Barron's top of the key, Schaefer. Schaefer back to Kobe Kerr. Pass down low to Barron's. Barron's in the lane. Layup good. And he tosses it into the student section. And we're going to have a delay of game warning on Evan Barron's, as off the made shot, he just chucked the ball into the North Star student section. And so we have a delay of game warning with 59 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Gators going to win their 10th game of the season. They'll improve to 10-7 here in less than a minute. Mid-range jumper on the way, just a tad strong. Rebound being fought for. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Gators as number 22, Jack Lowell, was unable to connect on that mid-range jumper from the left side. So 46.5 to play in the fourth, and it's 70-44. Voog inbounds Grau. Grau left side. Carter Mick on the left wing. Back to Grau rather. And we're going to have a foul down low on the Gators. Foul goes on number 15, Kobe Kerr. His first. So the first on the 6'4" sophomore. Spartans to inbound, looking for help. Reed Vogue now gets it out top. Tyler Mick. Mick in the lane. Left-handed layup on the way. Too strong. Tip is good by Hudson Grau. And the shot clock is turned off as Afu will dribble across the timeline for the Gators. Left side. Here's Gatwich, the younger brother. Gatwich unable to connect on the one-handed flush. Sam Schaefer left side. Barron's for three. Evan Barron's, the senior, hits it from about 5 feet behind the three-point line. It was a heat check, except he hasn't been hitting a shot. But it was a heat check. It was the Keisei Tominaga from the State Farm Center logo against Illinois on Sunday. That type of distance for Evan Barron's, and he connected. There's the horn, and at the end of the game, it's a final 73-46. The Lincoln North Star Gators are victorious. They improve to 10-7 on the campaign. They will get ready to face Grand Island on the road on Thursday evening, so they'll have to make a trip out west to Grand Island. For the Spartans, they fall to 8-10 on the season. Despite a valiant effort from the three main players for the Spartans, Weatherholt, Johnson, and Carter Mick, it just wasn't enough for the fast pace and sharp shooting Lincoln North Star Gators today. So the Spartans and head coach Jeff Campbell fall to 8-10 on the season. They'll face off against Pius X on Friday, a top 10 rated school in the state of Nebraska. Pius X, one of the better teams in the city of Lincoln as well, one of the teams positioned to host a district potentially in the coming weeks. But a nice job for these Gators today, but we'll have the Spartans and Thunderbolts on the ticket on Friday night. Tip-off for that one is at 7:30 p.m. from Lincoln East High School. That'll do it for us here from Lincoln North Star High School. Your final score, once again, 73-46. Nick Sanders saying so long. Huge thanks to Harrison Arns back in our 93.7 The Ticket Studios for pushing all the buttons. And I'm saying so long for now from Lincoln North Star High School. We'll talk to you from Lincoln East on Friday night. The Gators get it done and get their 10th win of the season. And this has been High School Hoops on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member